holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. I hope you guys are having a great season. Today I wanted to talk about some of my family's Christmas traditions. My family is incredibly serious and intense about Christmas, and I love it. It's a fun time of year. We celebrate a lot. We eat a lot of cookies. We eat a lot of food. My parents made it a big point in our childhood to make Christmas really special for us. So I've always loved it. We always had platters and platters of cookies that we would take to the neighbors. So I wanted to walk you through one of my favorite cookies. This is the Neiman Marcus chocolate chip cookie. This is something that I hold near and dear as one of the best warm chocolate chip cookies you can ever find. There's some things about the dough that make it really special and make it an amazing warm out of the oven chocolate chip cookie. Now, as I mentioned, this dough starts with one very special ingredient, rolled oats. I'm gonna take 2.5 cups and blend them in a food processor. What this does is creates a texture that's incredibly chewy without the cookies being totally undercooked and kind of raw in the middle. And some people like that, but these are chewy basically at any point. While I've got my food processor out, I'm gonna take a 4-ounce Hershey bar and blend that as well. This puts chocolate all throughout the entire cookie. As a kid, I didn't actually know that chocolate was in the dough itself. I thought they were just chocolate chips, but it brings a flavor that can't be matched by chocolate chips alone. And I don't even like the taste of a Hershey bar. Now that we got our blending out of the way, I'm gonna move over to a stand mixer. These cookies can be made by just using a pure blender for the oats and Hershey, and then you can hand mix the rest. It's a bit more work, but it totally can be done. For this next step, I'm gonna cream 1 cup of softened butter with 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. I like to cream that for like 5 to 10 minutes. I just let it run while I'm doing other stuff. This is a great time to preheat your oven to 375 Fahrenheit. As a quick note, I am just making a half batch for myself and my wife, but I'm giving you the recipe for a full batch. Once that's fully mixed, I'm gonna add 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and a big pinch of salt. I have 2 things that are imperative anytime I bake anything: a small plate and a spatula. Baking is super messy, and you're gonna need to crack some eggs, and you're gonna need to set stuff down, and a small plate helps out with that, and then a spatula allows you to scrape the sides of the bowl as you go. Next, I'm adding my 2.5 cups of blended rolled oats, along with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. With those dry ingredients, I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We'll mix it again to get all of the dry ingredients incorporated, and then I'm gonna add my grated Hershey bar and 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Give this all one last mix with your stand mixer, and feel free to use a spatula as well. It'll help get all the bits out from the bottom. With your dough finished, you could let this rest in the fridge for a couple hours. Chilled cookies tend to bake a little better, but I'm just gonna bake these straight away. I like to use about 2 tablespoons of dough for each cookie, and I roll them into balls as I go, place them on a tray, and flatten them out slightly before they go into the oven. My second batch, I'm gonna bake a little bit larger, probably 3 to 4 tablespoons of cookie. For this larger batch, I'm actually gonna put a little bit of flaky salt on top as well. I love that like salty, chocolatey cookie vibe. I like to bake these for about 6 minutes or so, and then I take them out of the oven and check if they're done. Usually 6 to 9 minutes is the sweet spot for these. Once they're done, take them off the sheet tray as soon as possible and put them on a wire rack to cool, and I highly recommend eating these while warm. They are good the next day. They are outstanding fresh from the oven. Give them like 5 to 10 minutes to cool down and just go bananas. This truly is the chocolate chip cookie that dreams are made of. I hope you're all able to enjoy the end of this year. I know it's been a hard year on top of another hard year. I'm really grateful for all of you, everyone who has watched these, has liked, has subscribed, everyone who has interacted with me through this medium. Have a great holiday season. Thank you all so much.